Oh, hello people, Liblini here again. Yes, we are back with German Dollargram Season 2. And now our Plan X has been executed. As you can see, a shit ton of assassination attempts from our ladies. It's now early fall of the year 4, and the war of music against evil demonic giants continues. Let's start from the top with the less dramatic shit. We have some Lamias now, and our forest is completed. So if we now want to recruit new mages here, we don't have to shitify other places. Like for example, I can just put down a Sheilord now here. Well, not right now of course, because I already have to. But for later. But it is something I can do it now. What I wanted to do is continue forging Dreamstones, since we really need more research. Of course, this also means we need more ladies to put those on, and this is a bit further from the front lines, so safer. Hinnom, well, let's see. Well, the bean cheese, they are the best, of course, in everything, but I can use them offensively, and would like to continue recruit some units, thank you. So let's keep it like this. The Broken Land. Oh, of course, this time I didn't recruit one. And am I recruiting anything here? Nope, because I'm too low on money again. That's dramatically stupid, I guess. And at some point I managed to get some of those Amazon warriors. So I guess the local leader at least... this guy is here. Which one of you is the better leader? Wait a moment, Cronin has to go back, right? Because it might mean that I need to... Because it might be that I need to move the mage here. So nothing to forge right now, we have dumped everything. And now we get to... Oh, what's more important? Well, the scapegoat. Lots of experience points, but there might be one or two other leaders who might get a turn, so let's see. Ah yes, Macha, one of my first super mages. You get the magic armor. Now who gets the next Dreamstone? Sadly, the next mage lady will be recruited next turn first. Yeah, luckily I am finished with doing my shit. So, until further notice, you get a Dreamstone. Yeah. Everything okay on this front? Of regeneration, yeah. Okay, Jam, you can stay like this. Yeah, okay, I'm not recruiting anymore at this front. Oh yeah, that's funny. You might notice something. Yeah, most of them are still here. So while this was fucking expensive, you can guess how this went. So, but let's stay here at the beginning. We also cast Beckoning, and it was a great disappointment. We only killed 12 units, so that was a wash. We're already somewhere else again, but hey, at least 12 living units are dead. Maybe the army was mostly undead or something. Otherwise, the kill count was fairly low. Anyway, next up, a battle in Silvermark where the forces of Kailasa run into prepared defenses and die. Which is double ouch, since it's province defense, so it regenerates or has already regenerated Now the exact same strength as before. Then our assassinations begin. First we attack Ami and he wins, but we also lose. That's one dead mage, but of course, duel. Yeah. Question marks are also erasing here in my brain when I see this. Because this guy... Let's see what these guys are actually doing in the background. Ah yes, of course. Personal luck, missed form. Oh, and then... Fascinating. Ah, those illusory units are fucking stupid. Oh, they're trying to butcher every single peasant here in the room. That's kind of funny. It's also kind of funny how she blasted most of her gaps away. Already has battle fright and is almost dead. And this guy is still alive. Seriously. Visions of death, visions of death, visions of death. But he resisted the effect, so... Phantasmal Wapma didn't do anything. Either... Oh, he's collecting fake damage now. False damage 6. Okay, that's kind of funny. Yes, of course. Now that she has no Gans left, she can only use lesser spells. And so one of those stupid illusions are doing tons of damage. Oh, his moral is broken, and our assassin is dead now. Oh. Well, the illusions are now all dead thanks to our mage evaporating. But he is broken and runs away, and I guess because he ran away, he died. Well, the battle relay seems to think that he died running away or something. Well, that's one mage less. Next attempt, Roxy against Ami, and she died, wasting a ton of gams. Yeah, that's the risk with assassins, I guess. This guy just immediately bombs and bombards her. He did it the right thing, I guess. Sorry, Roxy, you were too good for this world. Then one of my normal girls, and she immediately snatches him from the world of the living. Yep, sorry, but he couldn't get through illusory army fast enough. Let's see. Yep, dead. Shiloh. The Cohen doesn't even have lots of magic, so he was completely fucked. Oh, Jetta. Oh, Jetta is one of our named cheese. Good to know that she did her work. Then Donella kills her target, Mugain dies. Ines kills her target. Dormer kills her target. Good lady. The nicest one wins. Then Dekla dies. Muraf kills her target. Cochran kills her target. Pizzas kills their target, and extra. All those poor commoners. Typically, Pissards just kills everyone in the room. Then there was the tiny battle in Valga, this time with 10 mages less, and without the... You may notice the bowmen, the archers, aren't there because one of the commanders killed was their leader. So they didn't... So only the mages walked in. So now, Alluvia, a few magic items for us. And another little amount of gold. Then in gold emerald, unrest and misfortune. Yeah, that might be an attack because some of our neighbors now astral. Worldwide event, Dominion -1. The last god makes stress again. Fucking stop it with those old decrees. Then, yes, our fortresses and Volgard, but there aren't enough troops to actually do anything. And of our competitors, the goddess of Perrin has been vanquished. And magic artifacts, because dire portent. One of our friendly mid-players has created the Forge of the Ancients, which is related to good forging of new magic items. It could be a problem in the future. Now, the beginning of Dominions is the one who did this. Do we get a nation? Huh. Let's see, what was the spot for globals again? Forge of the Ancients. Oh, Agatha again. Oh, first those sharp blade things. Well, Agatha loves setting up those globals, which of course makes trouble for us because there's only one slot free now. And if this one is occupied, we have to break through whatever else is there. And some people in this game really love stockpiling games to prevent this sort of thing. So we may have an uphill battle in front of us. Now we have this funny little situation here. Well, I can't really use those right now because we need more games. So let's sneak them back. But Piala, you have an extra target here. Please attack the current province, because there is something I want to check. Yeah, might not work out, but we already blasted tons of gems away, and it would be funny if we managed to take this province. So now we have to do shit for real. Activate all units to the front lines. No, sorry, we need to attack immediately. Let's see if we can bypass some of the enemy lines. Let's keep our mages far away from each other. Yeah. Lion Weirdo. Yeah, actually this shit was configured for storming a fortress. Keep forgetting, I should probably change this. Kushi. Where did I put down the doubles? So this time I can't overrun everyone here. Yeah, no. You must attack immediately to reach the mages before they can fuck shit up. The rest has to stay the way it is. The blessers should be in position to gift out some nice blessings. Because this is now high risk, but we need to bless our two others. Then we have apparently a squad somewhere stuck that's a bit low in numbers. Oh no, it's all God from other. Oh. So, who gets those units? Oh yes, you lady have nothing. So let's go. We have Howl and Twilight. Yeah, we haven't even used all those gaps. So let's attack. Break siege before he can run away. This poor lady here is getting sacrificed. And let's see. All those with one gam can still be effective assassins, so I let them here just in case I can use them again in a follow-up attack. One is a sacrifice, but 3 can go back for re-emission. Okay, let's be sensible. We already lost 2 of our super expensive mega assassins, so let's save those 2 and leave the second tier for more serious work. But I say I'm satisfied. Sure, it was expensive, but we also killed 10 mages and it cost us something like 4. That's a really good exchange. So the funny thing is I probably should you know what? What am I doing? 36, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I lost 3 mages and killed 11. Include 10 main mages and then the Cohen. So why not? Yeah, I give all of them gaps and then I make a concentrated second punch. What I've learned is a favorable exchange rate. So now let's see how his mage line works now that there's only 17 instead of 27 mages. I'd suggest to him that he should run. Otherwise, yeah. But it was a good turn. Now we have to actually kill the other guys in Mortal Kombat, I think. And of course, now that we are fighting again, our research has dropped from over 700 down to 400. 4, 8, 12. Yeah, that's at least 4 turns until we have our global. We need more games. But anyway, that was a good turn. I'm satisfied. Diploini out. Hello friends, we are back again. Dominion 6 is on the plate and Gem and the Autograms is in Season 2 now. And yes, we are still fighting Hinnom. And yes, we have just gotten 32 new shiny glamour gems thanks to a trade I did on Discord with Arco's player. So now we have some more glamour to spend. Oh, meanwhile, has declared that you have no aura and the N2 is now a prophet. I guess they lost them at some point. Then we have lots of battles between different parts of the Great War Alliance. First off, it's Kailasa attacking Rus and just stomping the little militia. Then Raz, we have again Hinnom being angry with us. And while the Leoglyphs are concerning, since they can do a lot of damage really fast, there's also the little problem that they only have one leader in this group. Yeah, you probably know where this is going. Then Panafia, this is again Hinnom against Kailasa, with one leader. Huh. And some undead. Those mannequins. Not exactly good stats, but hey, they're causing. They're mindless, they're undead, they're poison resistant, and they're pierce resistant. And they won't run away. So eventually, all those sleep vines will get you down, since they can't hit very often with that kind of attack skill. But if 70 of those hit you over and over again, eventually you will get 2-3 hits and then you will be deep asleep. And then attack skills don't matter anymore. And I guess if the enemy consists of one slinger, one dude with a spear, and one ape, that doesn't really matter much. We can go look at this for a lark, and yes, we have this silly thing here. Against a real army that would be super dead, of course, but right now that's not the case, so they can go over there and kill. Behind this line of silliness, we have real swordsmen from Hinnom. Giants, beefy, and some protection to boot. Heavy hitters, shields, not bad at all. Of course, they're not real giants, they're even bigger giants. Size 4 is, well, they are gigantic from a normal human's perspective. But believe me, some of the giants can be really silly in the bigger way. Mekorne, for example, our old enemy from Season 1, had bigger giants and was a greater threat. Then we have Walgard, where we attacked the giant stack of surviving mages, where we had heavy losses. Most of our little Kushi dogs are now dead. We lost some of our Faefoot men, a lot of our she-warriors again. About 1/3, no, I think about 1/4 of our dwarves, and even some of our knights. The Fey Knights and the Unseelie Knights both took heavy losses. Our single Vine Ogre, of course, despite being highly flammable, somehow survived. On the other side, yeah, all those surviving units and commanders of course died. And then the 17 mages were overrun and destroyed because there were absolutely zero chaff to keep us off. And I guess 17 wasn't enough. 27 maybe, but 17 not enough. Because you can guess what happened. Yeah, that's a good shot. Yeah, as you can see, while they did a good hail of fire imitation, those walking Katyushas are now dead. Surrounded by big dogs, small dogs, phantom dogs, and real wolves, and of course our normal units, plus shitty magic going down. Twilight, of course. And their moral is already broken. Yeah, fire free, that would have been a good mage. Too bad he is not dead. Look at him run. Oh, that's adorable. Yeah, the fucker set a lot of my army on fire. But as you can see, after killing roughly 10 to 11 of them and robbing them of their archers, there was not much I could do except die. We still have an army left, and well, without mages, at this stage of the game you don't really have an army if you don't have mages. Then there was a battle in Anika, where Kailasa punched some snakes in the head. Then we lost a scout. Oh, that's kind of unnice. Anyway, strategic situation. We have this block of fuckers here with their own leader. Another block of fuckers here with their one leader. And we have these here. They don't have leaders and are basically harmless. Of course, we don't want them in Andoria. And we still haven't really used our stupid gems. I have the feeling our Mega Mages only survived because I gave them the anti-fire armor. And holy the fuck. Let's go to the Super Mages down here. Oh. The funny thing is, we have all these super spells, but our scripting apparently goes a bit off script after a couple turns because the enemy is dying too fast or some shit. Well, we have an army and it still has its stupid gems. Let's see if we have to combine shit. Yeah, it could be better. We still have some Fey Knights down here. We have approximately 157 units. And now we can go back to slow mode. Since there aren't any mages that could stop us. Nope, I'll let us... Oh wait, I could double line a bit bigger block. You could please go behind the Sacreds, thank you. The Kushi can also now go back to being blessed behind here. Better here, in range. You can be here. Oh yeah. Fucking Vine Ogre is still alive. Huh. So now that we have this army still ready to go, we can just send it into Andoria, killing everyone here. Now this shitty block can go in a lot of different directions, but they also only have one leader. Oh yeah, of course. To be at least somewhat effective, we have to give them some gems, I guess. And good that we just traded for the necessary gems for another assassin strike. There's also something I have learned when looking at them in action, and this is... which was this again? 6, 7... and 8. Yeah. So what I've learned is that Illusory Army has an outside effect on the assassin stage, because even though every single one of these guys has only 1 HP and will die in one hit, there are 20 of them, while the assassination victim is alone. Maybe they have some bodyguards, maybe some peasants get in the way, but 20 dudes all on their own? Well, that's called action economy. Getting surrounded and then beaten to death by illusions is maybe embarrassing, but it's not something you can very well deal with all alone. So Visions of Death, of course, is still a potent tool in our armory, but since magic resistance negates, I think it might be a bit too risky outside of the real battlefield. What we have to do here is now replace this with Illusory Army ×2, because if we can get a second cast off, that would be insane, because then there is no hope left. We can of course then go and let's leave this here, and this way we have a far higher chance of surviving. Now I have to remember, what was the slots again? 6? 7. Yeah, okay, this is now the new standard. Illusory Army, then a protection spell, and then she'll try to Vision of Death the enemy. Then we have our high gear units. We'll have 1 free spell thanks to carrying the dream spool around, which gives a free gem to use. So of course, since I already have luck inbuilt, we can just shoot out the stupid army immediately. Sandman's Blessing. Ah, combat spell. Range, effect 25. Oh, it's a super sleep spell. But of course, magic resistance negates, and there's an entire list of things where it doesn't work. Could be useful. I have to remember I have unlocked it for our big mages, because area of effect 25 is fairly big. It's not battlefield wide, but it would be hilarious if we can just make a large batch of the enemy just sleep for a while. Anyway, assassins. Now we make illusory army 2 times. Then Visions of Death. Then the stupid Dance of fucking Swords. And nope, we switch to just cast spells. We don't need to have a run to their deaths. Oh, yeah, and yeah. So that was 7. Okay, and this is 8. Now the good thing is that the more expensive, heavily geared mage ladies can now immediately and always cost illusory armies, so in an emergency I can use them again instead of having to send them back like an idiot. So now I have to go over all of them to make sure they all have the new scripting. Normal, normal, normal. Sorry, no Visions of Death for you. And there are the others. Yeah, you get 8 and 7. 7. You get 8. 7. 7. You get 8. Yeah. Now they all need some more gems. Wait, 4 gems? Huh. Okay, that is enough for 2 illusionary armies. Oh fuck. Man, I'm stupid. Completely forgot in this kind of thing. You can't just do this. Dance of Ephemeral Swords. Visions of Death. And then the last spell. Let's see. Conjure Phantasmal Warriors. They're a bit stronger, but they also need gems. Phantasmal Beast. It's beastly. Illusions are not as good. Yeah, well, I guess. Yeah, attack onion nearby. Really, I have no idea what else to do here. Ephemeral Bolt doesn't do enough damage and can easily... Yeah, well, Visions of Death could immediately kill someone, but it could also be resisted. How to tell which would be the better thing here? Because I could just have them conjure an Phantasmal Warrior duo or a beast. Well, it doesn't really matter at this point in time. Let's just bolt to the face. This of course means I have to update things again. And go back to everyone who was heavily equipped. Sadly, the 4 of the misfits are now only 3 since one already bought it. So this should be it. Now Gams, Glamour Gams to the battle. Yeah, okay, that works. They can't cast everything. What if I go back to 3? Effect is? Yes, of course, Illusory Army is a bit too beefy for a level 2 mage. Not like the assassins can cast Twilight on themselves. Not like this. Well, it is a bit expensive, I have to say. I probably should go back on the double cast Illusory Army in the future. We're just doing this now because we are cheeky bastards. So let's see if we can actually load up all of our walking death ladies with ammunition. Ah, Stormer was in one of the assassinations, I'm sure. Sure, he didn't use anything? Did she just kill her target immediately? Maybe it was something like a commando or something. But anyway, I'm saving gems here. It's the funny thing. If the enemy dies before she can cast Illusory Army, or if it turns out the target of the assassination is far too weak, then I guess they don't use gems. The second Pizzazz, the leader of the Misfits, must have been another extremely successful assassin. So now I have all these assassins here. Now let's put them into combat groups. Can I? Yes, they can go there. Then Stormer. Oh wait, I'm of course immensely stupid here. Combat Group 1. Combat Group 2 into the Feral Woods. Then Jetta. Comes with me. And now let's go through all my assassins. Those 3 go into the Old Man Mountains. Stormer and her troop goes into the Feral Woods, just in case he's walking there. Then we have this group, which I sent with us, right? Ah, yes, of course. Problem is, I have to stay. Fuck. Let's put them to research. They make a little surprise. So if this army now goes into Old Man Mountains, Feral Woods, or here, in each province there will be a squadron of assassins waiting for them. And since there only is only like one leader, that's enough. After they are taken out, I can send another assassin squadron to the south. So this group in Ras is practically fucked to all hell. Well, this tiny miniature army here is already enough to defeat them, since units without a commander will root on enemy contact. In fact, if Hinnom wasn't smart enough to recruit some random commander in Andoria, then these guys will also just run away as soon as the battle starts. Now over here, we're still forging Dreamstones. And we've started recruiting Dreaming Ladies in our advanced fortress here. So let's give them Dreamstones, so we get more research. Our research is now... well, it went down a lot, but still going up. And now we really have to try to get more with less, because giving 10 plus mage assassins 4 gems each time is a bit explosively hurtful to our economy. I guess this means the next wave of assassinations will be the last until we have our global up and running, because then we can get more gems for more assassins and other shit. Ah yes, and of course, one thing I can do now is using more of those gems. Tiled as illusory army, of course, which is useful. But of course, we can do something else now. And why not, but eventually we want to... Wait... How much range exactly is Sandman's Blessing? Oh, it needs 5. That's a lot. Casting time normal. Fatigue cost fairly low, so we can overcast. Well, why not? But I'll only take the last ones and look. Oh, we can cast. Perfect. Then we go to the next one here. And replace here Sandman's Blessing. Yes, enough gaps. I mean, it's ridiculous. This army was in so many battles, and because it was so strange and lopsided each time, they still didn't manage to use up their gaps. So, Twilight. Okay, that's of course stupid. We don't need multiple Twilight casters if they're in the same army. Let's go all the way back up to these guys. Yes. Howl and Twilight. This means our last super mage lady can instead do something completely different. First for waiting here. Yes. Then go to Glamour. And Twilight takes 100, casting time 200%. Okay. This means the next spell will be something that isn't too bad. And where are you? Illusory Army is level 3. Fatigue cost is 100. Sandman's Blessing. Overcast. Yeah, but fatigue cost is very low, so let's do it like this. And after that, we are getting a power up and can now cast Illusory Army 2 times, I would say, just to give a lot of stupid targets on the battlefield to irritate and tire out the enemy. And then we'll just try to be a real asshole and make people go to sleep again. So now I have Illusory Armies and Sandman's Blessing woven in with my other tactics. Probably won't do much against these guys, but if Hinnom shows up with a real army, we can do something. Of course, it would have worked better against the Leogriefs, but considering these guys will probably be all left alone on the battlefield after I assassinated the leaders, they're not exactly a huge threat. Then recruitment is not much going on right now. We're recruiting some units and mages in the capital, and we can keep that going. In fact, I will add some slingers, because why not? Oh, well, 1 slinger. Here, it's only enough for a mage. I need to add this new territory. So now I'm back down to 12. Now Kimber Benton will give me some more glamour. I really want the stupid Fey Prince, but I also want to finish up the stupid army. Fey Knights are a bit too expensive, and Fey Footfolk. And this will then, I declare, finish up this army, and I will start them moving. Bila, Grada will be the main component, and Erenach with her Dream Spool, and a Oh, I have to wait. Next turn I'll have more gems I can get here. I guess next turn I will stop forging Dreamstone so Erenach can have 8 glamour gems, ammunition for battle, and then join the army of mage idiots on the left. Not really as many casters as I want, but I need this very big stack of units mostly for the inevitable siege of Hinnom. Because just having 20 mages standing around outside would be hilarious, but also not do much. No, we need real troops then. Kailaza is still fighting it out with Roos down there. And Ktis. Always funny AI nations mixing up. There are other wars going on in the east. And Arco is somewhere in the middle. Mixing things up. He says he's still fighting Roos, despite having had some losses. And apparently he's killing mages, which is good, since I'm doing the exact same thing to Hinnom. So next turn, the next army will march eastward. And next turn, assassinations will begin. And my first army will now start its long march to the south. Basically, we are doing Sherman's Fantasy March or something. Anyway, that's it for now. The real funny thing was me seeing finally the remnants of that huge mage stack being completely obliterated. And that's now at 27 turns until Hinnom has replaced them all. Yeah, at that point I probably have killed them 10 times over. But hey, I can always just send in more assassins to keep the number of enemy mages down. And at least he can stop recruiting them if I finally put him under siege. Let's see what he does next turn. Because those very vulnerable armies, well, obviously if I had seen this huge wave of assassinations, I would feel deeply unsafe and would of course call this blocks of unsupported crap back to give them some sort of ablative leaders, even if it's just mass scouts or something. But if he actually moves forward, I'll simply assassinate him to death and then drive the surviving units away. This army needs multiple turns to reach us, so we have enough time to destroy this unit and retake Ras. Well, of course, if he's an asshole and puts tons of province defense into Ras, we need the second army. At least there are elves, so there should be a couple turns here. Next turn, the turn after that, yeah, they should be at the front lines in about 3 turns from now. To put it into perspective, this army would be run to somewhere here, I suppose. But of course, at that point, it will be dead, one way or another. Anyway, that should be everything for this turn. Let's see how things roll out next time. Ibele Bluini out.